What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Front Yard Fantasy Hour presented by FanDuel. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my co-hosts, Josh and John Luke. What's up, boys?
Hey, feeling good.
Simon?
Friday night.
Feeling good, feeling great.
Hey.
That's Josh's Friday night song.
He sings it every single Friday.
Every Friday night.
Every single Friday night. You guys
Guys,
will
well,
learn. You guys will learn.
This Friday night, we've got a special guest, great friend of the show joining us. Laquan Jones is here playing some Fantasy Fortune with us on this FanDuel Friday. For those of you who do not know who he is, one, come on. But two, go follow him on Twitter right now at Real Deal Fantasy. He's a writer for Downtown Rams, creates video content for Expand the Box Score and Pat Mayo Media, and we are hyped to have you on today, man. How's it going?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, man. You know, I came to the party. I got the jean jacket on, bro. I'm trying to match the swag.
Jean jacket, under Mifflin.
You didn't match her swag, though. You one-upped it. You one-upped her swag. So it's kind of
really rude of you to come on our show and one-up us.
I'm probably not going to get invited back, huh?
Yo, I was going to say, no, you're getting invited back because you're the first person who's ever said in a positive way, I was just trying to match your swag to me. Those words have never been spoken. So you have a permanent invite back over here.
Simon's going to be like, hey, maybe we bring on LQ this time. Every single week.
He said he liked my swag. I don't know.
I'm with it.
We got Eagle Dan in the chat. Fire content only expands across languages now. It's all about that fire content with LQ. And we got FYF Maria in here as well. Happy FanDuel Front Yard Friday. Indeed, it is. And FanDuel themselves, Daddy FanDuel in the chat. What's up? FanDuel. Welcome in here. Sorry if you didn't like that, but that's how I feel.
Rob just... Oh, God. What have we done?
Guys, everyone in the chat who's playing along with us, one, we playing some Fantasy Fortune, play along in the chat. It's part of the fun. And two, if you're not doing it just for the fun of it, the people over at FanDuel have been awesome, and they've been in here watching for who's killing it. And if you're in the chat doing good stuff, giving the right answers, there may just be a little bit of FanDuel cash or promo in your future. So make sure you're playing along with us as well. And on that note, guys, if you're watching this show right now, that means you're on the FanDuel Twitch channel, twitch.tv/FanDuel. Go ahead and hit that follow button to make sure that you don't miss us every Friday at 6 p.m. when we go live playing games or the other awesome content that FanDuel is putting out on their Twitch channel right now. And check out their YouTube and Twitter as well. You can find those, all of them, just FanDuel. It's easy. It's easy to find, my man. And I'm sure there will be a link in here at some point from the bot with all the links in there, making it even easier for you guys.
And you know what? Screw it. Download the FanDuel app. Play some FanDuel. Play some daily fantasy. It's a lot of fun, actually. Just highly recommend.
Guys, LQ, we brought you on here today to play some Fantasy Fortune. It is one of our favorite games that we're playing over here. It's like Wheel of Fortune. I'll let Josh describe it all the way, but it's NFL and fantasy themed, tilted. So before I pass it off to him, though, I want to remind everyone watching, if you're enjoying the games we're playing over here, you want to see more of it, we are live Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern time on our own YouTube channel over at Front Yard Fantasy. So make sure you go over there and subscribe, and you can make sure you catch us every single day playing some more games. It's a lot of fun. A little bit of buffoonery, a lot of games, and some fantasy thrown in there as well. Paco in here says, just followed. And Proparachi says, I did not know this was a thing. Well, here we are. It's a thing. Well, it's a thing. And we play games.
Your name
Josh,
sounds like such a fun board game, I just have to say.
It's like Parcheesi, but mixed with... God. I feel like it's like a photo-based Parcheesi.
We need a game called Proparachi right now.
Hi, Paco. It says, hi, Simon, 66666. My favorite number right there.
Your mom's name is Paco?
My mom's bird.
I knew that. Oh, your mom's bird's name is Paco. Okay.
Yeah.
Crooked Tooth, welcome, man.
Yeah. Root for me, please. Or LQ. Root for LQ. He needs it.
And FanDuel out here saying, look out for the predictions tool. Time to use those channel points. I believe you can make a prediction on who you think is going to win today's game between me, John Luke, and LQ. Just a heads up, JL has never won. I've won once, and the guest has won every other time.
JL, you're always close. Every game we play, that's you're set up to win,
I'm not a finisher.
Proper Richie letting us know it is in fact Proper Richie. His name is Richie and he is Proper. And Joey writes in here, said already the best looking fantasy show in the game. Another level with LQ. Yeah, LQ, you raised the looks of this stream up another notch. Josh, that's enough of me talking. I'm going to pass it to you. Explain the rules and let us know the order and how we're going to be playing today.
So let me just get the board up here. Let's add this to the stream. We're playing Fantasy Fortune today, guys. The order, JL's going first, Simon's going second, LQ third. We're going to have a lot of fun today. Richie. I'm sure you guys, look, I know you guys have heard of Wheel of Fortune, right? I know people love the wheel. We're playing Fantasy Fortune today. We got rid of the wheel, but we brought in the fantasy. We're going to be asking fantasy-related questions instead of spinning the wheel. You'll be expected to answer the question pretty quickly. You know, you're going to have a little bit of a time limit. If you get the question right, you will get to guess a letter for the puzzle. You'll be rewarded $500 for each consonant you get. If you want to buy a vowel, let me know. It will cost $100 each. If you guess anything wrong, we move on to the next contestant. If it's your turn and you think it's solved, just let me know. Go ahead and guess it. Say exactly what's up there, and you'll win the puzzle. You'll get to bank your money, and whoever collects the most money, they'll be the winner. And it's not going to be JL or Simon. So let's go, LQ.
Probably not.
That was such a great introduction. You have a radio voice. That was mint. Congrats.
I feel like Josh, you would be so good at doing the speed side effects on all of those pharmacy commercials. You are so
side effects.
Yes.
Side effects include constipation, back pain,
my diarrhea.
Exactly.
My favorite one ever is the antidepressant where the side effects listed
you may die.
No, it says could cause increased sexually or gambling urges. What the hell kind of medicine is that? Yeah, you're not depressed anymore, but you just lost all your money in Vegas is what's going on with that one. Come on.
That's insane.
All right, guys. Well, hey, you ready to play? I'm ready to play.
Let's do it.
I'm not playing. All right, let's get in there. Here's our first puzzle, boys. Ooh. And it's trying to load.
And John Luke's up first, right?
JL is up first. JL. I combined John Luke and JL. Just let it slip. You could just let that one go. All right, man.
First, not just that one. JL the goat. The goat.
J the goat L. Yeah. There we go. Now we're talking, right? Now we're talking. All right, you guys ready? I'm ready for this. JL, coming to you first. In a PPR league. PPR.
Wait.
Talking about PPR today.
Yeah. What's the category? What's the topic? I don't see a topic for this one.
NFL player.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Category. This is an NFL player. I got the categories for all the other ones. This is just a simple NFL player. First name, last name. Here we go. All right. It's an NFL player.
All right.
JL, here comes your question. True or false? In a PPR league, Chris Carson was a top 24 running back last year.
False.
I'm sorry. He was a 19th overall running back last year. Hey, that was a little bit of a close one. And Chris Carson only played in 12 games, so I can see why you thought that, right? Right? So, Simon,
I am a dumb man.
Coming to you. Yeah, JL's too dumb to get that one.
I was seeing if I could solve right away, but I can't. Reminder to LQ and JL, make sure you guys are out of the comments into the private chat. Our viewers are a lot smarter than we are usually and get it sooner. Smarter. So just making sure that we're not in there. Give me my question, Josh.
All right, Simon. In a PPR league, true or false? Very similar to JL's question. Was Corey Davis a top 24 wide receiver last year? Yes or no? Not true or false. Sorry.
Yes.
He was? I'm sorry. You're dumb too, just like JL. Corey Davis was the 30th. Was the 30th overall wide receiver last year.
I knew that too. Josh, you get so in my head with these. I try to I try to game you instead of listening to the questions, and it gets me every time.
Sounds good though.
LQ, we're coming to you. You ready?
Yeah, we'll send.
Yes, I want a yes or a no here. I want a yes or a no. Was Eric Ebron a top 10 tight end last season?
Heavens no.
He was not. He was number 14. He was close, though. He was close.
Smart boy.
We're finally getting a letter up there. Well, actually, I don't want to guarantee that. Maybe. I don't want to guarantee that. LQ could absolutely still miss a letter. But what letter would you like to go for?
Give me a.
Go Z. It's a cheat code.
Let me get D.
You want to go with the D? There's
Coward.
one D. There's one D.
Ooh,
And like I
you got the
mentioned,
D.
you'll get $500 for each continent. Each vowel will cost $100, so you can feel free to buy a vowel right now if you would like, or we can move on to the next question.
right in
I'll
the
buy
middle.
one vowle. Let me get a E.
He's going to buy an E. There are two
D is
E's.
lost.
There are two E's. Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure his name is spelled right. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. LQ, you have $300. Would you like to move on to the next question? You can still buy that.
Next question.
All right. Next question. Who had more receiving yards last season? Was it Tyler Lockett or was it DJ Moore?
Ooh. DJ Moore.
DJ Moore is the correct answer. He had 1,193
Nice.
receiving yards, while Tyler Lockett had 1,054. Great job, LQ. You're on a roll right now. What letter would you like?
Jean jacket.
Let
Giving
me
him power.
get a C.
Going with a C. There's one C. There is one C. All right.
What?
The board's starting to develop a little bit. It's starting to develop.
What? Who?
LQ,
This is
you can buy a vowel, or we can move on to the next question.
Josh, you spelled CeeDee Lamb really wrong here.
Really,
I was just like, oh,
were really
wait.
bad.
There's two E's? Oh, wait. Oh, no, it's not CD Lamb. LQ, you can buy a vowel, or we can move on to the next question. Or you can solve if you think you can.
I'll solve. I'm gonna believe in the chat. And it's gonna be Mikael Hardman.
You are absolutely correct.
Oh.
Is Mecole Hardman. Let's go. Let's go, LQ. You are going to bank $1,000 into your bank. And I just want to make this known, LQ. We are going to hop out of the chat going forward, though. Okay.
Yes.
They're a lot smarter than us. You know, we're trying. We're going to try not to use them as much as we can. But the Joey Wright and Dan Turner FF freaking killed it in the chat. Both getting
Nerds.
Mecole Hardman.
Yes.
Thanks, Joey.
I was fully
Great job figuring that out.
Name was made up.
Yeah, I thought for sure it was fake. I was like, what the hell kind of name is that?
I definitely was like, this is CD.
But it's a
Lamb.
real name.
Completely wrong.
Yeah. I was doing the same thing. I was like trying so hard to like make CeeDee Lamb fit, but there just wasn't enough letters. Mecole Hardman, that's a real name. I was so confused for a second there, though.
And, LQ, I just want to ask you real fast. You know, Mecole Hardman, you know, he's on the Chiefs. I would say he's the second wide receiver, third receiving option. Do you agree with me? Do you think Mecole Hardman will be the third leading receiver behind Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill? What do you think?
I guess so. I mean, he has no choice. He has to step up now. I mean,
Yeah.
He's been hit or miss for most weeks. I mean, best ball, you know, you go ahead and take that shot, but you know, hopefully he can step up and be a valuable player on the roster. So we shall see.
I mean, he was drafted
Demarcus
pretty high, a second round pick, right? And he has all the athletic ability in the world, but does he have the football
fast
talent?
as
I
heck.
know. JL, what do you think? Do you agree or disagree here? You said something about DeMarcus over there, huh?
Yeah, I think that Mecole Hardman can be the third option, receiving option on that team, but I think that's just by default. Like, there's not many other people there. I'm not super excited. Yeah, but I'm also not super excited for Mecole Hardman. I don't think he's going to be consistent enough for fantasy at all.
I do think LQ made a great point. Best ball wise, like he's going to have some blow up games or blow up plays, right? So I love him in best ball a lot more than in a normal league. Simon, you agree or disagree here?
I don't really think it matters if it's going to be Mecole or DeMarcus Robinson or Byron Pringle. Like I really don't care. I'm not drafting any of them except in a best ball format. And then of the three, I'll probably take Mecole because of the blow up games. But I think there's a real chance maybe DeMarcus Robinson finishes with more fantasy points than Mecole Hardman come the end of the
Clyde
season.
Edwards-Helaire could have more catches at the end of the year, maybe, right? I mean, maybe.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Maybe. It's a maybe, guys. All right, let me.
I'm just not interested in Mecole Hardman.
Yeah, again, in best ball maybe, but otherwise, me neither. Me neither. Let's move on. LQ, great job in the first round. You got $1,000 in your bank. You took the early lead, beating these suckers, and look, you're doing pretty well in the questions so far. But let's see if you can keep it up. I'm not so sure. I don't know.
You know, some chat helping you.
All right, we are moving on to the second puzzle. These are NFL teammates. These are two guys on the same team. All right. The N connects them, so it's a first name, last name, and first name, last name. Right. All right. So I doubt you're going to be able to solve it, LQ.
No.
So are you ready for your first question?
Send it.
Solve it.
All right. Who had more rushing yards last season? Who had more rushing yards last season? Oh, no way.
I'm going to text you.
Anyway. All right, please. Because if you have it off of that, wow. Okay. Who had more rushing yards last season? Was it Alvin Kamara or was it James Robinson?
James Robinson.
James Robinson's absolutely the correct answer. James Robinson had 1,070 rushing yards, while Alvin Kamara had 932. He just really killed it in the receiving game. Great job, LQ. What letter would you like?
Let me get a P.
We go with a P. I am sorry, LQ. There is no P on the board. We are moving on to JL. Yeah. JL, you ready?
Oh, hi.
I don't think you're going to pull a Simon here and figure this out, right?
No.
Okay, cool. You ready for your question?
I'm ready.
All right. Who had more rushing touchdowns last season? Who had more rushing touchdowns last season? Was it Kenyon Drake or James Robinson?
Get it wrong.
Drake.
Get it wrong.
Drake is the correct answer. Drake killed it in the rushing category, getting 10 rushing touchdowns, while James Robinson only had 7.
Can't play a player, Josh. Can't play a player.
What letter would you like? Drake was kind of the goal line back for the Cardinals in a lot of ways, right? So it makes sense. JL, what letter would you like?
Give me, you know what? I'm going to take an S.
An S. There's one S.
I don't know. Okay. Mine fit, but it's not the right answer.
Got him. There's one S.
For that S.
Yes. So that's $500 you've accumulated. You can buy a Val JL if you would like.
No. Another question.
No. All right. Who had more receptions last season? Was it Nyheim Hines or Ezekiel Elliott?
Hines.
Hines is the correct answer. He had 63 catches. He was actually third among running backs in terms of catches. Great job. Zeke had 52. What letter would you like, JL?
I could try S again, but that probably won't be.
You could try it again, but I'm sorry. We would have to move on to Simon.
I'm gonna go with R.
Going with an R. 3 R's. You are building up some money here, JL.
$1.
What do you want to do? Yeah, you want to? Hey, you can buy a Val, or we can just move on to the next question.
I'll take a Val. I'll buy an A.
He's going to buy an A, and there are 4 A's, which will cost you $100 each. Yes, the puzzle's starting to develop. Here we go.
A's and R's.
A lot of A's and R's. Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't matter, but
All right.
You want another question?
I guess I'll take another. I'll buy another Val.
All right. What Val would you like?
I.
He's buying an I. There are 2 I's.
What the heck's the name?
All right. Starting to build up.
Okay. I got the second one, and now I just need to figure out what teammate we're talking about.
Fair enough. JL, what do you want to do here? You can still buy
another. Got it.
I'll take another question.
You will take another question. All right.
Don't get it wrong, JL.
Who had more receptions last year, JL? Who had more receptions? Was it Evan Ingram or was it Jimmy Graham?
Graham.
I'm sorry. You were incorrect. Evan Ingram had 63 catches last year. Jimmy Graham included in the touchdown category, while Evan Ingram did not. With you know how many receiving touchdowns Evan Ingram had last year? 1. Did one.
One. That is
anyway. Simon, you seem pretty
like
excited that you think you figured this out. All right, what is it?
Baker Mayfield and Jarvis Landry.
Wow.
Absolutely correct, Simon. Great freaking job. And actually, Dan just came in the chat literally less than a minute ago and said Baker and Jarvis. And then Joey, in his own right, Baker Mayfield and Jarvis Landry. Both
Joey and Dan killing it.
Yep.
Initially, I thought it was Allen Robinson and Justin Fields, which also fits, but then that S threw me off.
Yeah.
I was convinced that first name was Darius, and I could not think of a single NFL player named Darius.
Guys, he's gone.
Yeah, and also not spelled that way.
Yeah, also spelled completely differently.
So, oh wow, that is some thunder.
We traded it back. We gave you the thunder back, Josh.
Yeah,
that was a loud one. Simon, I wanted to come to you. You're the resident Cleveland Browns fan here. Do you think Jarvis is worthy of a do you think he's even worth really having on your team? Do you want him in your fantasy lineup week 1? Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I think Jarvis is a pretty safe option. It depends on roster construction for me if you want him in there. If you've got some other high variance receivers, say a Mike Evans as your wide receiver 1, Jarvis Landry I think is a beautiful wide receiver 2. Someone who's just especially in PPR. He's going to get the catches. They're not going to be high value targets, but they're going to be there. He's going to score you a decent floor of points every single week. I like Jarvis Landry this year. Now, I do expect Odell Beckham to be the 1 on that team. I know some people are questioning that. OBJ is going to be the 1 on the Browns team. But Jarvis should still see enough to be valuable, especially in PPR formats. Take the PPR out.
Thumbs down there. Yeah, take the PPR out. You're not a big fan?
Yeah, Jarvis Landry without PPR, pass.
Who's not playing PPR, though?
Yeah, I don't know. Just throwing it out there in case anyone isn't.
Hey, we've ran into a couple of people. LQ, so are you not a big Odell Beckham fan? Is that what I'm hearing here?
He hates him.
No, he is not my guy whatsoever.
All off season.
Yeah, the whole off season for the last 2 years, basically.
But if you had to draft one for just this upcoming season, you're taking Odell over Jarvis, correct? Or no?
I'll take Ernest Johnson.
Okay, you're just he's Odell Beckham's off your board. You have no interest, I guess.
I'll take a Tavon Austin. Stop. I'll take a Vince Young. I'll take Uncle Rico.
Okay. Hey, whoa.
Oh my God. Just some hate being spewed up there.
Simon or OBJ, LQ? You have to pick. You're on the clock.
Receiver.
Simon Grunewald, the Dutch boy from the East.
I will have you know, last time I jumped, I tore my LCL, so I don't even jump anymore.
And
it's got to be
a high jump. It was a real little jump.
So the ball, I can catch it as long as it's within my 5'10" wingspan without jumping.
Simon's price is too high, so I'm gonna go with OBJ at the value.
Hey, we have Dynasty Nerds coming in saying, "What's up? What's up, Dynasty Nerds?"
Oh dang! I should have worn my new Dynasty Nerds shirt.
I was wearing mine yesterday, and we got Richie in here saying, "Got to get some sub badges and emotes here, boys." And FanDuel saying we're working on getting some more free emotes for everyone. And Richie said that's not enough. We need some paid ones. They want to pay for some Front Yard Fantasy emotes up in here. So we'll see what we can do about that.
Oh dear Lord! Did you say Front Yard Fantasy emotes? That the world does not need that.
Rico for the win, LQ. He's coming in agreeing with you. It would just be. You're right. Josh is the most emotive one.
Look at that face.
I'm leaving the chat. I'm back in the private chat, Josh.
We are moving on, boys. Simon, great job with the last one. Just pulling that out of your butt. We have a tie game. JL, you accumulated some money. Unfortunately, you were not able to solve the puzzle and bank it. Yeah. So LQ and Simon, right now you're tied with $1,000 each. Simon, here's the next puzzle.
The board is mine.
The board is yours. We have some NFL news here. We have some NFL news. Take that for what it is. Some NFL news. You're gonna figure it out. Or maybe Simon will figure it out. That was so tricky. Simon, you want your first question?
Yes. There's no way I can just pull this one out. I need a question.
All right. Who had more receiving yards last season? Was it Noah Fant or was it Hunter Henry?
LQ's like, I know this one. He's like saying, Simon's going to miss this. Fant
is the correct answer. I actually feel a little bad about that one because it was close. It was closer than you might expect. They were within about 70 yards of each other, 673 for Noah Fant. But Noah Fant was still sixth in terms of out of all tight ends last year, was 673. Good job, Simon. What letter would you like?
N.
N as in Nancy, right?
As in Nancy. N as in Nancy.
Let's go. That is a good letter to choose.
Wow.
That is a good letter to choose, Simon. You are out to a good chunk of cash right there. What would you like to do here? Buy a vowel?
I'd like to buy a vowel.
What vowel would you like?
Give me an O.
O. There's one O.
Yeah, I figured that one was an O or not. Okay, I'll buy another vowel. Give me an E.
An E. Oh my God. 1, 2,
whoa. Do I even have enough money?
4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, I'd like to solve
8.
the puzzle.
All right.
ETN placed on injured reserve.
God, Simon, you are killing the puzzles right now. It's a shame that the E's took all the money away from you. You're in bank.
I know.
You're in bank $1,100 right there.
Not bad.
Guys, this was sad news. This was sad news for all of us.
It's depressing.
I cried.
I know. And,
I didn't even
I know
like solving this
JL
puzzle.
was maybe the biggest ETN fan out there. Dan coming in right now, said, or he came in and said ETN placed on injury reserve. So good job, Dan, there. JL, I want to come to you.
Stop showing off, Dan.
I know you're sad about the ETN injury, right? You're sad about the ETN.
Am.
We all are. But let's just forget about him right now. The Jaguars are still a team. They got another running back. His name is James Robinson. How excited are you for James Robinson? Like, in terms of, do you think he's going to have close to as good of a season as he did last year?
I'm not sure if he'll have. I don't think he'll get the same opportunity that he had last year. He had 82% of the opportunity share of the team. I don't think Urban Meyer is going to give him that. Carlos Hyde is an Urban Meyer guy. I played for him. At Ohio State, and it's a new regime. So, no. Carlos Hyde did. Do I look like I played with Urban Meyer at Ohio State?
I was like, what are you saying?
Even if I could, I wouldn't.
Oh, wow.
But I do think that, with ETN out, James Robinson has looked good in the preseason, and he's certainly going to get more opportunities than he was with ETN there. So I think he's a solid RB2.
Yeah, I think it definitely moves James Robinson up the board. There's no doubt about that. I mean, he's going to get the majority of the workload there, but is he going to get as big of a workload as he did last season? LQ, what do you think?
I think not. I don't think he'll see the target share that he did last year with 60 targets. It was just because, one, the defense was bad. They constantly had to throw the ball. Two, DJ Chark was very underwhelming, and they had no other wide receivers worth mentioning that were on the field after Shenault was injured as well. So, therefore, James Robinson had to be the entire workload, put the team on his back, and then you got to go into the draft thinking, is he going to give me a top 5, a top 7 performance again? I don't think so with that wide receiver core there. And Urban Meyer didn't even really want him. I mean, he went and drafted Travis Etienne in the first round and then signed Carlos Hyde.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
There's that. So Carlos Hyde definitely will be involved more than we would like. It's not that he will outplay him. It's not like he's going to outsnap him. It's going to be touches that we wish James Robinson had instead of Carlos Hyde.
Simon, anything else to add there?
Go Tigers. I just put the OSU up there just so I could say that. I mean, you guys hit the nail on the head. Robinson's going to be the lead back, but that's not going to look like it did last year. Adjust your expectations. Don't expect RB1. Expect high-end RB2, and you'll be totally fine drafting him at where he's currently being drafted.
Yeah. I'm expecting like mid-end. Is that even a word? Mid-end RB2?
Mid-end?
Mid-range RB2?
Mid-end. No, I prefer mid-end.
Mid-end.
He's a midriff RB2.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Is what he is. Midriff RB2. Middle-earth RB2.
I'll take it.
G-Man J wants to know what's that bear doing in the background over there?
Oh, he's sexy.
Sleeping like a psychopath. He's like straight on his back, staring straight up at the ceiling. Who sleeps like that?
I do. You guys don't sleep on your back?
No.
What?
I'm a side sleeper.
I thought that was normal.
I'm a side sleeper.
Why are you staring at the ceiling?
I don't know. Eyes open and everything. It's creeping me out.
All right, guys. Simon,
next
good
puzzle.
Job pulling that puzzle. I mean, you did a great job on that last one. We are moving on to our next one. We are coming to you first, Simon.
Guys.
Don't worry, my luck will run
out. Here comes the next puzzle. It is a fantasy trade. Just so you guys know, it's a dynasty trade. If that it might mean something, it might not. I don't know, but it's a fantasy trade. Simon, I know you're over there trying to calculate this. You're like, okay,
When I see four-letter names, I forget about every NFL player besides Noah Fant, and then I get so confused when the last name isn't also four letters. I need a question.
I fit Stephon Diggs into every single level. It doesn't matter if it's 4 letters. I'm like,
well, you said Stephon Diggs and Mike Williams. You got a nice Mike Williams pool last time we played this. So.
It's like anytime I see a long last name, I'm like, okay, so Allen Robinson, and then what? Like that's just where I go immediately. What's my question, Josh?
All right, we are coming to you for your first question, and it is an over-under question. Did Josh Jacobs have over or under 1,000 rushing yards last season?
Over.
He did. He had 1,065. Good job, Simon. What letter would you like?
Said layup.
N. Give me another N.
An N is in Nancy. There's 2 N's. There are 2 N's, Simon, which will put $1,000 into your bank.
How cute.
What would you like to do? Would you like to buy a vowel?
No, I would like another. I would like another question.
It's gonna go.
You would like another question. You would like another question. All right, let's do another over under. Did Chris Godwin have over or under 900 receiving yards last season?
Under.
He had under 840. You're doing a good job, Simon. You're doing a good job. I'm trying to get you. What letter would you like?
L.
Going with an L. Oh, the L was a good pull. You are building up that bank a little bit.
Bill Williams? I'm just kidding.
Yeah. How'd you know?
That
counts as a guess, Simon. We are moving on to LQ now. Just kidding. Are you ready?
Give me another question. I need another question. Yeah.
All right, Simon. Who had more receiving touchdowns last season? Was it DJ Moore or T. Higgins?
T. Higgins.
T. Higgins is correct with 6 touchdowns, while DJ Moore had 4. Great job, Simon. What?
Give me an S.
He's going with an S. There's 1 S. You are building up quite the bank, Simon. You can buy a vowel, or we can move on to another.
I'm about to go run into the other room and just smack you and knock you out.
Give me another question.
All right. Who finished higher in 6 points per passing touchdown league? What quarterback had the higher fantasy finish? In a 6-point per passing touchdown league, what quarterback had the higher finish? Was it Drew Brees or was it Phillip Rivers?
Oh, I think I got it.
Whoa, he's going to get done in on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to get this one wrong. I'll go Rivers.
Rivers is the correct answer. Simon, you are killing it right now. You are just killing it right now. Simon,
okay.
What letter would you like?
Give me an R.
You're going with an R. There are 2 R's. Simon,
I got it.
What is it?
Will Fuller, James Conner.
Dude, Simon, you are freaking good.
I am on a roll today.
That's insane.
Maybe we just move on with the next one.
just end the show.
All right, the show's over. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Fantasy Fortune.
Go be an accountant.
It's because I put the denim jacket on. I know.
So LQ, let's come to you real fast. Who in a dynasty league, do you have a preference between Will Fuller and James Conner? I mean, James Conner, he might not even be the starting running back for the Cardinals this year. Will Fuller, he might not even be the starting wide receiver. I mean, he's not starting week 1. I'll tell you that much because of his suspension. But who are you more excited about in a dynasty contest?
James Conner, honestly, because we've seen him as a featured back before, where he was like a serviceable running back. He was actually putting up great numbers, and he did very well on the goal line. So I definitely think with him coming into the situation, like splitting the shares, I think he could be able to stay healthy, stay on the field. Now, Will Fuller, we've seen him be healthy last season, but yeah, he failed that drug test. So therefore, that's probably why he was healthy. So Will Fuller for dynasty for me, like I'm all out on. Like he'll have his big weeks like we've seen before, but then he'll have his really, really, really low weeks of putting up 0 points last year in one game. I know
and it's really, really, really low weeks of when he gets hurt.
Yeah. So I don't like Will Fuller at all.
Yeah. Any disagreements there, Simon?
If anything, Will Fuller for the upside for me. But again, if I had to pick one of these names to have in my dynasty roster, it's going to be James Conner. But I don't blame someone for chasing that upside with Will Fuller either. While we've seen him get injured, we've also seen him show some crazy production out there on the field. Again, could be related to the PEDs or whatever it was, but I don't mind chasing that upside with Fuller. I think maybe a little bit closer in my mind than LQ's mind between these two.
I don't blame you. Guys, we're moving on to the next puzzle. We got to get this Simon taste out of our mouth. I mean, I know you're up first, Simon, but guess what? You're going to get tricked with one of these questions coming up. There's no way you're getting them, all right?
Okay.
It's about to be like
ready?
1 yard off.
All right, moving on to the next question. All right, next puzzle. You guys ready?
Yeah, I will
I'm
say
ready.
to him, it does not feel good. Firsthand. Do not recommend.
Oh yeah, did we mention that Dan is straight up killing it still? Sorry, I lost it.
Dan is killing it in the chat. Oh man, did he get that before me?
He did.
That picture, Dan. My goodness, you are just
glowing,
sex
looking
appeal.
snazzy.
You're just coated in
right.
it, Dan.
Ew.
Here comes the next puzzle, people.
Okay.
The next puzzle is things fantasy players say. Things fantasy players say. Simon, here comes your question. Are you ready?
Yep.
Who had more receiving yards last season? Who had more receiving yards last season? Was it David Johnson or was it Clyde Edwards-Helaire?
David Johnson.
David Johnson is the correct answer. He had 314 receiving yards. Simon's on a roll. What letter would you like?
C.
A C? There's no C. Thank God.
That doesn't fit the narrative of what I thought this puzzle was.
I'm assuming you thought maybe mock or something was in there. Anyway,
I'm not giving
LQ,
anything away.
We are moving on to you. Are you ready for your question?
Full send. Let's get it.
All right, LQ. Who had more rushing yards last season? Who had more rushing yards last season? Did Nick Chubb have more rushing yards or did Aaron Jones?
More rushing yards. I'm going to go with Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones is absolutely the correct answer. He had 1,104 rushing yards. Great job, LQ. What letter would you like?
Let's go. I would like to get a. Let me get a N.
An N. There's one N, LQ. There's one N.
Not at all where I thought it was going to be.
Me neither.
LQ, you can buy a vowel or we can move on to another question.
Move on to another question.
All right. Who had more
on this man?
Who had more receiving touchdowns last season? Was it Irv Smith or was it Rob Gronkowski?
Look at Simon's thinking face.
I'm going to go Irv Smith.
I am sorry, Irv Smith only had 5 while Gronk had 7. JL, I hope you're ready over there.
Ooh, loud Josh.
Loud Josh. Thunder Josh.
You better be ready. All right, we are coming to you, JL. Are you prepared?
I'm not sure.
Who had more receiving touchdowns last year? Was it Keenan Allen or was it Robert Woods?
Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen is correct. He had 8 and Robert Woods had 6. Good job, JL. What letter would you like?
I'm gonna. Oh God, I'm gonna regret this.
Do it.
I'm gonna go with a W.
That's W. There's one W.
There we go. I think we're on the same path, JL, but I have no idea.
Get off my path.
You like this middle word? You can buy a vowel, JL, if you would like.
I think I'm confident about the middle, that second word there, but nothing else. So
okay.
I'll buy a vowel.
Okay, go ahead.
And that vowel will be
yes,
an O.
You're going with an O. There are 2 O's.
Whew.
It will make you lose $200. You had $300. You can still buy another vowel, or would you like another question?
I'll take another.
What is this?
Take another question?
I'll buy another vowel.
Okay, what vowel?
An I.
An I. There is one I.
None of a gun.
Save $200. You can buy another vowel if you would like.
I will take another question.
All right, let's go. True or false? True or false? Allen Robinson had 6 receiving touchdowns last year. True or false?
False.
I'm sorry, he did. He had 6. He had 6 receiving touchdowns last year. I am sorry, JL.
I'm going to pinch you so hard when I see you next time. You are going to be so red in that spot where I pinch you.
You know I like it, JL. Simon, we're coming to you. Jeez. What do you want to do? Do you think you know this?
No, I have no idea. I need a question.
All right.
Give him a nice layup.
True or false? True or false? DeAndre Swift had 8 rushing touchdowns last season.
False.
That is true, actually. DeAndre Swift had 8 rushing touchdowns last season. I am sorry. LQ, we're back around the corner to you. You want another question? You could buy a vowel if you would like. But, your call.
Buying a vowel. Give me an E.
He's buying an E. There are 3 E's, LQ. There are 3 E's. And I do want to mention, even if you solve it right now, you'll still get $1,000 in your bank. But would you like another question? It will let us know when there are no more vowels. So there's another vowel up there or two.
I know it.
You know it?
What?
Go ahead and say it.
I won my home league.
That is absolutely correct. That is absolutely correct.
Pull.
Yes. Let's go, LQ.
E. Let's go.
In my mind, there was no way that third word, like the second letter of the third word, couldn't have been an N. I was just like, how is that anything other than in or in?
Oh, I won my home league. This is something fantasy players say, right? Right? Yeah. You've heard this plenty. I've heard it plenty.
I'm guilty. I won my home league, though.
So I wanted to just bring up, I have 2 home league drafts, live drafts coming up tomorrow, and I'm so super excited for both. Do you guys have any home leagues coming up? LQ, you got any home leagues you do?
September 4th, we are going all out.
Let's go. That's what I like to hear.
I think it's on year 5 now, and it's like a couple of my buddies I went to high school with, middle school, elementary, people I grew up with. It's really, really fun. Redraft, of course. They will not do super flex. I had to pull teeth to get, tight end premium, which I didn't really want to do.
That's something in itself.
I was about to say, that's pretty good.
We still have kickers. Good. We still have kickers in defense, by the way. They will not
tight end premium kicker. I like that.
They will not vote that out.
A tight end premium kicker league. They answered that question swiftly and incorrectly. I answered that question swiftly and incorrectly.
Oh, man.
All right, guys. Well, you guys ready for the next puzzle? LQ,
Let's
we're
do
coming
it.
to you first. Here we go.
G-Man Jay got the puzzle, by the way.
Good job, Jay.
Yeah, G-Man.
I won my home league. Jay got it. Killing it. Hey, guys, this is 2 players with the same first name. So the top line up here is going to be the first name. The other 2 ones are last names. All right. So do you understand kind of what's going on here?
Yeah. So
there's 1 first name and 2 last names.
Walter?
How'd you know? I'm not telling you.
Because it's you.
So LQ, are you ready for your question?
Yes. Send it.
Who had more receiving touchdowns last season? Who had more receiving touchdowns last season? Was it Calvin Ridley or was it DeAndre Hopkins?
Ridley.
Ridley is absolutely the correct answer. Ridley had 9. And Hopkins, we talked about it in prior shows, but Hopkins, he only had 6. So I think there is some room for growth in Hopkins' touchdown category. So maybe people, I'm not saying people are sleeping on Hopkins, but I think he does have room for growth. So LQ, what letter would you like? Good job there.
I will take a D.
He's taking a D. There's 1 D. There's 1 D, which we'll put $500 into your bank here, into your money that you've collected. I feel like Simon knows it somehow, but
I don't. Just keep I thought I had it, but that D messed it up.
Would you in the puzzle, Simon? It's like a 6th sense. He knows exactly what it is as soon as the D gets on the board.
Yeah, it triggers my superpowers.
LQ, would you like to buy a letter or would you like another question?
Question.
All right. Over or under, Brandon Cooks, 90 receptions. Over or under 90 receptions, Brandon Cooks.
Oh, I'm gonna go under.
He had 81 receptions. Great job, LQ. It was under 90. Let's get Simon down there. All right. So LQ, what letter would you like?
I'll take a N.
An N as in Nancy, right?
Yes.
There's one N. There is one N.
So, I'll buy a vowel.
The last letter of these two guys' first name is an N, you know? You're going to buy a vowel? What vowel would you like?
I would like to buy an E.
He's buying an E. There are 3 E's. Alrighty then. All right. Is that developing for you a little bit? You can buy another vowel, or we can move on to the next question.
Next question.
All right. Who had more receiving yards last year? Was it Amari Cooper or was it DK Metcalf?
Amari Cooper.
I'm sorry. DK Metcalf is the correct answer with 1,303 receiving yards. JL, we're moving on to you.
I blew that.
Yeah. I mean, you're not pulling a Simon here, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. I'll take the question. Nope.
All right. Who had more receiving yards last season? Was it Nelson Agholor or was it Devontae Parker?
Agholor.
Agholor's the correct answer with 896 receiving yards. Great job, JL. What letter would you like?
Oh shoot! I gotta guess a letter now.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna go with R.
He's going with an R. There are 2 R's, JL. There are 2 R's, which will put $1,000 for you that you built up.
There's no way that's.
What are you thinking here? You can buy a vowel. Or we can just move right on.
This feels like
to
the Will
next
Fuller
question.
one, like all over again. Fiasco.
What is that?
I guess I'll take a vowel.
What vowel would you like?
I would like an O.
He's buying an O. I'm sorry, JL. I'm sorry. Simon, we're coming to you. You said you knew what it was. Do you know what it is?
Justin Fields and Herbert.
Justin Fields and Herbert is absolutely correct. Simon is on a roll. Simon's on a roll.
I hate you.
I did not understand that puzzle. I thought it was 2 first names and 1
That's
last
what
name.
I was thinking. That's what.
No, same first name. Same first name.
Wow.
They have the same first name. 2 guys with the same first name. We did do one puzzle in the past that was same last name, and maybe that messed with you. I'm sorry, but sorry, not sorry. Really. Simon, good job.
God.
So guys, I want to just, I want to talk about these guys, but I also want to get to another puzzle, right? So
yeah, let's get to another puzzle. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's run up Simon's tab.
Right. Yeah, let's run up Simon's tab. We've got another fantasy trade. Ooh. Again,
Josh, what the hell was that?
I don't know, but I liked it.
And I changed the background. I don't even know how I did that. Anyway.
Wow.
Anyway, Simon, we're coming to you first. I'm hoping you can't solve this.
Question.
Please.
Nope.
All right, question. Who had a higher fantasy finish last season? In a PPR league, who had a higher fantasy finish? Was it Corey Davis? Or was it Russell Gage?
Gage.
I'm sorry. You're incorrect. You are incorrect. Corey Davis had the higher fantasy finish. We are moving on to LQ. Are you ready, LQ?
I am ready.
All right. Who had the higher fantasy finish last season? Same question. We're going to stay on wide receivers as well.
Oh.
I'm not giving him the same exact question.
Same exact question. Let's see if you were listening.
Yeah, right? Who had a higher fantasy finish last season? Was it Curtis Samuel or Juju Smith-Schuster?
Juju.
Juju is correct. He was actually the 16th overall wide receiver in a PPR league, while Curtis Samuel was 23. Great job, LQ. What letter would you like?
Let me get a D. I'm going to stick with
He's
D.
going with a D. There are 2 Ds. Let's go, LQ.
I think I know the first
And
one.
Simon knows it.
No, I don't.
Question.
JL knows it.
All right.
The first one.
We are going to a question. I want an over-under. For you. Did Tyreek Hill have over or under 1,350 receiving yards last year?
Under.
Tyreek Hill, he had under. It was 1,276. Great job, LQ. What letter would you like?
Let me get a N.
An N. There are 3 N's. You're building up a little bit of money here, LQ.
I would like to buy a vowel if I can.
Oh
yes,
God.
you can.
Let me get an E.
You're buying an E.
Sounds like this
There's
is the
one
worst
E.
game ever.
You've been playing well, JL. It's just you haven't gotten the puzzle. It's the problem.
That's very clear by the score.
It happens, right?
Thank you for that, Josh.
You are playing the game well, though.
I am playing the game.
Let me get a question.
All right. Who had more receiving touchdowns last year? Was it Amari Cooper or was it Marquise Brown? Amari Cooper or Marquise Brown?
Cooper.
I'm sorry. Marquise Brown had 8 receiving touchdowns last year.
Oh, damn it.
I know the last 5 weeks screwed you there.
He's such a bum, yo. I hate him.
8 catches, 796 yards, but 8 touchdowns last season. Kind of a weird season, but sorry. Amari Cooper was down there with only 5. JL, we're coming to you. You ready for this?
I'm not ready.
You got your internet dongle plugged in? Your connection's good?
My internet dongle is locked and loaded.
There we go. We're good to go.
Who had a higher fan in a PPR league? Who had a higher finish last year? Was it Tyler Lockett or was it Terry McLaurin?
Had to be Lockett.
It was Lockett. Lockett was the 8th overall wide receiver. Great job, JL. What letter would you like?
I will take an R.
He's taking an R. There are 3 R's, JL. There are 3 R's. Don't get used to having money sitting here because you know it's not going into your bank. You got it. Holy crap.
I think JL does too. I think he's right there. No, JL's going to get this.
JL, what would you like to do? You can buy a vowel or we can go to another question.
I'll buy a vowel.
All right. What vowel would you like?
I will take an A.
There are 4 A's. Which really develops the board.
Oh my God. Why can't I get the second?
JL.
Oh my God. I got it. I saw it.
All right. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, JL.
Woo. All right.
Get it wrong.
Brandon Ayuk, Mark Andrews. Woo.
Great job, JL.
Who could be our Andrew?
So proud of you.
All I was thinking was Anderson, and I was like, "That's not how you spell Anderson, Josh. Not how you spell Anderson."
Guys,
I'm on the board, guys.
I hate to inform you. We have 5 minutes left. Do you want to talk about you want to break down this trade, or do you want to try to squeeze in a little puzzle? I don't know. It looks like Simon might pull this one out. Yeah, Simon might pull this one out. So let's discuss this trade real fast, all right? Yeah. Because I thought this was interesting when I saw it. I could see an argument for both sides, but I want to come to Simon first. If you're ready, Simon, all right?
Let's do it.
First. How does this trade make you feel?
I think it's a very fair dynasty trade. I was looking at this trying to determine which side would I want. And honestly, I think it would come down to roster construction for me. If I was needing that stability at tight end, I might take the Andrews side. I'm a little bit more excited about him. I think that Baltimore passing game actually is going to see an uptick, and you have to believe in the talent of Andrews. Ayuk, probably a little bit higher upside at a more valuable position with being a wide receiver, unless it's a tight end premium league. But there's a bit more uncertainty in that offense between the other receiving options there. We haven't really seen Ayuk put it together multiple games with Kittle and Debo on the field as well. I would probably take the Ayuk side here, but it's really close. And that's just due to the position. You know what I mean? I don't view Mark Andrews in that top tier with Waller, Kelsey, Kittle. So he gets knocked down a tier, and it's going to take someone in that range to take away a high upside young player like Brandon Ayuk for me.
I saw LQ, you were making some hand movements while he was talking. I don't want to speak for you, but it seemed like maybe you like Brandon Ayuk here?
No, he was talking facts. I really feel like Mark Andrews is the winner on this side, to be honest.
Okay, there we go.
You're getting the number one option in that offense as the pass catcher. Brandon Ayuk could potentially be the third option. You know what I mean? With, Debo healthy and Kittle back. I really feel like, Brandon Ayuk really pulled away at the end of the season. but it was like, okay, but Kittle's injured, Jimmy G's injured, Debo's injured, so who else is going to step up? So it's kind of like one of those situations where we got recency bias, where we're like excited, but those last 5 games, like Tyler Higbee. But I'm not going to go on a Higbee rant because it is not.
It looks like the chat's really upset that we didn't do another round for you, LQ. They wanted you to get a chance.
We got C-Dot in here. Shout out C-Dot. And then Jordan is rioting, saying LQ was cheated. Let him get another round. Fire content only. Dances triple or nothing.
Time, Jordan. Go to sleep.
Jordan said, are we rioting for LQ?
Jordan, don't you have homework? School started.
Go get your bottle.
I think you made some great points, by the way, LQ. I completely agree. I actually did a short little video about Brandon Ayuk and just the situation he's in. He killed it last year, right? He had a great season, but I broke this down a little bit. He had his 6 top games in a PPR league. He has 6 top games. George Kittle played in one of them, and he got hurt halfway through. Deebo Samuel played in one of them, but he also had a pretty good game. So outside of that, Deebo Samuel and George Kittle weren't in any of his top games. So where do the targets come from? I feel like he's going to need some targets in order to actually live up to the expectations people are setting for him this year. JL, what do you think here? Do you agree or disagree?
I'm a little bit more bullish on Ayuk. I think, the fact that he played really well in those games. Yeah, I mean, there's that talent is there. You can't just like manufacture it, even if his volume is going to be lower. This trade, this is a team dependent trade.
It's a weird one. It just looks weird.
I would tend towards the Ayuk side just because without knowing much details about the team, I think Ayuk has higher upside. I think once Baltimore gets more, Bateman back, Marquise Brown back, and more of those passing options, Mark Andrews could see a downtick in production. Maybe less of those red zone targets, which he's really lived off of it in fantasy. So I am a little bit, I'm a little bit close to the Ayuk side, but I think this trade is totally fair. I completely agree with LQ and Simon that, I would make that the Andrews trade if I needed a tight end on my team.
Yeah. And if it's tight end premium, I think Simon said it. I think it's more the Andrews side I would go with. But I said all that crap about Brandon Ayuk. I think I'm actually still taking that side of the trade just because of the value. I think the perceived value for him right now. But maybe I try to flip him. But I love Mark Andrews. But we just talked about the weapons around Brandon Ayuk. I think you made a great point, JL. Mark Andrews eventually is going to have some weapons competing with him. I know they're all hurt right now, but maybe he's not the main target for the Ravens forever, right? So I love Mark Andrews, but we'll see what happens.
And Jordan in here saying, I love how the last few minutes I caught, I'm just getting roasted. Absolutely, Jordan. That's what we're here for, to roast your ass on stream. Guys, LQ, I want to thank you so much for coming on, my man. And guys, if you are not following him on Twitter, head over to @RealDealFantasy. It is 5 content only over there. So make sure you're following him and check out his content. He's doing video content with Pat Mayo and Expand the Box Score, and then a writer over at Downtown Rams. So make sure you guys are checking out the stuff he is putting out. LQ, thank you so much, my man. I appreciate you making the time for us today.
Thank you for the invite. This was sick, man. I always have fun with you guys, and I just love the show.
We're going to have you back.
Absolutely.
Time.
We'll bring you back on for that redemption story, the redemption arc. Yeah.
FanDuel said GG's. Was it though?
Yeah, it was kind of unfair.
For Simon. I mean,
I had a pretty good game. Guys,
enjoy watching Simon play.
With FanDuel handing out the good games, make sure you guys are following FanDuel on all social platforms, on Twitch, and girls on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter. Just go ahead and find them, twitch.tv/FanDuel, youtube.com/channel/FanDuel. It is all FanDuel, so make sure you're following them on all of these platforms so you're not missing the fire content they're pushing out over there as well.
Simon, you might be able to give Josh a run for his money on the side effects gig. I think we should put you guys against each other.
New game show. Josh and I read side effects until someone stumbles, and then
Big
the other person gets a
read by Front Yard Fantasy.
This is the content that everyone is looking for. So
guys,
I'm in.
Everyone watching, if you want to make sure you don't miss Josh and I having a side effects face-off, make sure you go over to our YouTube channel @Front Yard Fantasy and hit that subscribe button. That's where that content's going to leave, us reading out all the side effects of different medications. It's our newest game. Definitely been there before right now. So make sure you're over there, subscribe.
Actually, on our YouTube page, we talk. Trading makes fantasy fun. Just keep that in mind. Like that's all I wanted to say. So yeah, trading makes fantasy fun.
Seamless execution there, Josh.
Seamless execution, guys. I think that is it for today. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Front Yard Fantasy Hour on FanDuel. We will be back here next Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, again, playing some more games. But until then, if you like the games we were playing, want to hang out some more, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern time, we are on our YouTube and Twitch channels, Front Yard Fantasy for both. So make sure to check us out over there. Unless you guys got something else to say on this Friday night, I think that's it for us. Adios, everybody. We'll see you later.
By diarrhea.